Hello students, in 10th video lecture of unit 2, that is structure of atom, you will be study towards photoelectric effect and its explanation on the basis of quantum theory, as well as you will be also solve some numerical problem based on photoelectric effect. First of all, photoelectric effect. It can be defined as the process in which ejection of electron take place from highly reactive metal, that is the metal which contain low ionization enthalpy, in the presence of light or any other radiation of suitable frequency or wavelength, known as photoelectric effect. The electrons so emitted, known as photoelectrons, means in the process of photoelectric effect, the electrons which emit from the surface of metal, known as photoelectrons. The experiment is carried out in photoelectric cell, which consists of an evacuated glass tube fitted with two electrodes connected through an outer circuit that is given in this figure. So in this figure, left side cathode are found right side anode. So when the particular light or the source of energy incidence on the plate, then from the cathode the ejection of electron take place. So due to incidence of light on the metallic plate, if ejection of electron take place as well as that electron also achieve kinetic energy, then it is referred as photoelectric effect. So in short, we may say that process in which due to the incidence of light or the particular radiation containing suitable frequency or wavelength, which is responsible for the ejection of electron as well as also movement in the electron, due to that the electricity produced is known as photoelectric effect. In the case of photoelectric effect, the rate of emission of photoelectrons from a metal surface is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Means if the intensity of incidence light is found to be more, the extent of production of current is also found to be more. Means if the intensity of incidence light is found to be more, at that time the photoelectric effect is found to be more effective. Emission of photoelectrons start as soon as light falls on the surface of metal. The emission of photoelectron take place only when the frequency of incidence radiation is above a critical value, that is the characteristic of metal. The critical value of frequency is known as threshold frequency. So we may define the threshold frequency as the frequency of light which uh, frequency of light which must be above to a critical value is known as threshold frequency. Here meaning of critical value is binding energy. Binding energy means the energy by which the electron is found to be attracted toward the nucleus of an atom is known as binding energy. Means the energy which must be greater than the binding energy is known as threshold energy, or if we take the frequency, then it is known as threshold frequency. Means threshold frequency is always found to be more than the critical value. The threshold frequency of some metal are given. For example, here for the cesium threshold frequency is 4.8 into 10 power 14 Hz. for magnesium 9 into 10 power 14 Hz, for potassium 5.8 into 14 Hz, and so on, so forth. Thus, the threshold frequency varies from metal to metal. Means threshold frequency is not found to be constant for each metal. It is found to be with the different value for the different metal. Maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron is directly proportional to frequency of incident radiation. However, it is independent of intensity of light. When frequency of incident light is less than the threshold frequency of the metal, no electron is ejected. Means only electron is found to be ejected at that time if the frequency of incident light is found to be more than the threshold frequency. Second case, when frequency of incident light is equal to the threshold frequency of metal, photoelectron with zero kinetic energy will be formed. In other words, we may say that if frequency of photon means the light which incident on the metal surface is found to be equal to threshold frequency, at that time only the electron is found to be ejected from the metal surface, but it does not consist the kinetic energy. Means in this case kinetic energy is found to be zero. Means photoelectron with zero kinetic energy will be formed. Third case, when frequency of light is greater than threshold frequency of the metal, the photoelectron with certain kinetic energy will be ejected. So in other words, we may say that if the frequency of incident light is greater than threshold frequency, at that time electron eject as well as also achieve kinetic energy. In this figure, frequency of light is given at the x-axis and kinetic energy of ejected electron given on y-axis. So here nu zero indicate the threshold frequency. In figure B, that is in this figure, x-axis intensity of incidence light is taken. So and y-axis kinetic energy of ejected electron is taken. So uh, these two figures related to the photoelectric effect containing threshold frequency as well as intensity of light versus kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Now, Einstein's photoelectric equation, that is explanation of photoelectric effect. The observation made in photoelectric effect could not be explained by wave theory of light. However, Einstein was able to account for the photoelectric effect by making an extraordinary assumption. He suggested that we should not think of beam of light as wave like, but rather as a stream of particles. The particles of light are known as photon. This you already know. Using Planck quantum theory of radiation as a starting point, Einstein deduced that each photon must possess energy E given by the equation. So here photon must have the energy E is equal to h nu. Here h is Planck constant, nu is frequency. According to Einstein, the emission of photoelectron is a result of interaction of a photon with an electron, in which photon is completely absorbed by electron. So in other words, we may say that emission of electron take place, emission of electron means emission of photoelectron take place at that time only when the photon, that is radiant energy, strike to the metal and interact with the electron present in the metal. At that time electron absorb the photon energy and then it found to, if then it found to be eject. Electrons are held in a metal by attracting force, and so to remove them from the metal we must employ light of a sufficiently high frequency to break them. Means as you know that electron consists negative charge and on nucleus positive charge is found. Therefore electron attract toward the nucleus. So to cancel the attraction of electron toward the nucleus, the energy given by light or the particular radiation, it must be sufficient so that it can cancel the attraction energy of electron toward the nucleus, and so electron can eject. So if frequency of photon is such that h nu is exactly equal to the binding energy of the electron in the metal, then light will have just enough energy to knock the electron loose. Means the energy by which electron is found to be attract towards nucleus is known as binding energy. Now, when whatever the light incident on the surface of metal, it should have more energy as compared to the binding energy so that electron can eject from the surface of metal. So, if the frequency of photon is just equal to the binding energy, then the just electron is found to be uh, eject but not uh, achieve its kinetic energy. If we use light of a higher frequency, then photon energy is just used to two-way. A part of energy is used to free the electron from the atom. This energy is known as photoelectric work function. Means if the energy of incident light is have the such extent of energy, means if the energy of light which incidents on the surface of metal is just sufficient to cancel the binding energy, an electron just eject but not achieve the kinetic energy. At that time it is known as photoelectric work function. In the case of photoelectric work function indicated by W0, rest of energy is used in giving kinetic energy to the electron. Means if the energy of incident light is found to be more as compared to the much more as compared to the binding energy, at that time electron is found to be eject as well as also achieve kinetic energy. In that situation, if the energy of incident light is E, and we know that E is equal to h nu, at that time that energy is found to be just sufficient to eject the electron, that we indicate with the work function, as well as also responsible to give the kinetic energy in the electron, that is half mv square. So in other words we may say that if the energy of incident light is found to be much more, then that light divided into two parts. First part is used to just eject the electron from the surface of metal, that is known as work function indicate with W0, and the rest of the energy implement to give the kinetic energy to the ejected electron, that we indicate with the half mv square. So at that time we may say total energy of the incidence radiation, that is incident light, that is radiance incidence photon, h mu is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. Here v is the velocity of emitted electron, that is the velocity of ejected electron. When the photon's energy is such that it can only liberate the electron, the kinetic energy factor become 0. Means this is the metal surface and this is the incident light. So if the energy of incident light is not much more, means it is just equal to the work function, but unable to give the kinetic energy in the ejected electron. At that time kinetic energy found to be 0. So in such situation the energy of incident light h nu is found to be equal to work function W0, because kinetic energy is found to be 0. So in that case the energy of incident light when electron unable to get the kinetic energy is found to be equal to h nu 0, and you know that h nu 0 is work known as work function. So here nu 0 is known as threshold frequency. So here from the equation number 1, that is h nu is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. If we want to find out kinetic energy of the ejected electron, at that time kinetic energy, that is half mv square is equal to energy of incident light minus work function. And if the no kinetic energy in the ejected electron, at that time h nu 0 is equal to work function. So if we implement the value of work function W0 as h nu 0, so at that time we may write half mv square is equal to h nu minus h nu 0. So here half mv square is equal to h in bracket nu minus nu 0. If we want to write the frequency in term of wavelength, so we may write at the place of nu, that is 1 upon lambda, and at the place of nu 0 we may write 1 upon lambda 0. So in such situation we may write the kinetic energy of photoelectron half mv square is equal to hc in bracket 1 upon lambda minus 1 upon lambda 0, because at the place of nu we have to write, at the place of nu we have to write c by 1 upon lambda. So therefore we find this equation if we want to take the wavelength in place of frequency. So finally we may say half mv square, that is kinetic energy, is equal to hc in bracket 1 upon lambda minus 1 upon lambda 0. So remember that here lambda is wavelength of incident light and lambda 0, lambda is wavelength of incident light and lambda 0 is threshold wavelength. So from equation 3rd and 4th, these two equations are known as Einstein's photoelectric equation. For definite metal, the value of h nu is constant. Means h nu means h nu 0, that is the work function, is not found to be constant for all the metals. It is found to be differ for different metal. So for a particular metal, the value of work function W0, that is h nu 0, is found to be constant. Therefore kinetic energy of the ejected electron is directly proportional to energy of incident light, or we may say velocity of ejected electron is directly proportional to frequency of the light which incidents on the surface of metal. So here, if threshold frequency, that is nu zero. Now next point is stopping potential. Stopping potential can be defined as the minimum potential at which plate photoelectric current becomes zero is called stopping potential. Means in the case of photoelectric effect, if the photoelectric current become zero, at that time applied minimum potential is known as stopping potential. So nu zero is stopping potential. Here, if nu zero is the stopping potential, then we may write E nu E. We can't say nu zero; it is V zero. E V zero is equal to H nu minus H nu zero, and it is equal to kinetic energy. Now consider two beams of light having same frequency which is greater than the threshold frequency, but having different intensities. A more intense beam of light consists of large number of photons. Consequently, the number of electrons ejected from the metal surface greater than the number of electrons produced by the weaker beam of light. So we may say that the number of ejected electron in the case of photoelectric effect is found to be directly proportional to intensity of incident light. So if the more intense beam of light is, is found, at that time the number of ejected electron are also found to be more. Therefore we may say a more intense the light, greater is the number of electrons emitted by the target metal, and higher the frequency of light, greater the kinetic energy of emitted electron. So in this figure, at x-axis frequency of incident light taken and y-axis number of ejected electron. So here upside light having the higher frequency and lower side light having the less frequency, means upside light having the higher intensity and downside have the less intensity. So higher intensity light responsible to eject the more electron, and less intensity light responsible to eject the less number of electron during the process of photoelectric effect. In above graph, above graph shows that increasing the intensity of light while keeping the frequency constant increase the number of ejected electron, but does not change the threshold value of energy. Now summary of dual nature of radiation. First point is the phenomena such that interference, diffraction, polarization, etc., in which there is interaction between and interaction between radiation radiation can be explained on the basis of wave nature of radiation. The phenomena such as black body radiation, photoelectric effect, etc., in which there is interaction between radiation and matter, can be explained on the basis of quantum theory of radiation, that is particle nature. Means we may say uh, to explain the black body radiation and photoelectric effect, quantum, the basis is taken as the quantum theory of radiation. The phenomena such as rectilinear propagation, reflection, refraction, etc., in which neither there is an interaction between radiation and radiation, nor between radiation and matter, can be explained with either of the concept, that is either by wave theory or by photon theory. Now students, you have to solve some numerical problem based on photoelectric effect. First question is, the minimum energy required to overcome the attractive force between the electron and the surface of silver metal is 5.52 into 10 power minus 19 joule. What will be maximum kinetic energy of electrons ejected out from silver which is being exposed to ultraviolet light of wavelength lambda is equal to 360 angstrom unit. Here in this question, minimum energy required to overcome the attractive force means the energy which required to cancel the binding energy is on the surface of silver metal is 5.52. So here we have to find out kinetic energy. In this question, wavelength of incident light 360 angstrom unit given, as well as the energy, minimum energy is also given 5.52. So, and we have to find out what will be the maximum kinetic energy. So first of all, in this question we have to find out energy absorbed. So we know that energy is equal to Sc upon h nu, and h nu is also found to be Sc upon lambda, because in the question lambda value is given. So if we put the value, then we may find out energy of the photon absorbed. So here Hc upon lambda, so H Planck constant, that value is found to be 6.626 into 10 power minus 27 arc second. C velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, but here CJS is taken, therefore it is 3 into 10 power 10 meter 10 centimeter per second, and here wavelength lambda is given 360 angstrom minute, means we may write this one as 360 into 10 power minus 10 meter, but if we have to take in CJS unit, so it will be 360 into 10 power minus 8 centimeter. So on solving, the absorbed energy of photon absorbed is found to be 5.52 into 10 power minus 18 joule. Now energy of photon is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. This you already know. So here and we have to find out kinetic energy. Therefore kinetic energy is equal to energy of photon minus work function. So here energy of photon we just calculated, that is 5.52 into 10 power minus 18, and minimum energy given, that is the work function value is given 5.5 to into 10 power minus 19. Therefore kinetic energy is equal to 5.52 into 10 power minus 18 minus 7.52 into 10 power minus 19. So here 7.52 into 10 power minus 19 is the work function value, that is the minimum energy which overcome the attractive force between the electron and surface of silver. So here on solving, the kinetic energy is found to be 47.68 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Now next question is when light of 470 nanometer falls on the surface of potassium metal, electrons are emitted with a velocity of 6.4 into 10 power 4 meter per second. What is the minimum energy required to remove 1 mole electron from potassium metal? So in this question you have to find out what is the minimum energy required. Minimum energy required means you have to find out the value of work function, not for 1 electron, it is for 1 mole of electron, means you have to find out work function for 6.0 23 into 10 power 23 electron. So here kinetic energy first of all we may calculate, because velocity of electron is given, velocity of unitary electron is given. So kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This you already know. So on putting value, half into m is the mass of electron. This you already know, 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. And V value is given 6.4 into 10 power 4 meter per second. So you have to do square of this one. So on solving, kinetic energy of photoelectron means kinetic energy of the ejected electron is 1.864 into 10 power minus 21 joule. As we know that absorbed energy means energy which energy of light which incident on the metal of surface, and that is found to be absorbed by the surface of metal, is found to be equal to threshold energy plus kinetic energy of the electron. So here threshold energy we may take in place of we may take in place of work function. So absorbed energy we know that it is found to be h nu, and also Sc upon, it is h nu is equal to Sc upon lambda. Therefore Sc upon lambda is equal to work function plus half mv square means kinetic energy. On putting value, as we know that Planck constant value 6.63 into 10 power minus 34, we may write this one 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. C is the velocity of light, so C value velocity of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second upon lambda value, that is given 470 into 10 to the power minus 9, because value is given in nanometer. Here in the question 400, in the question it is given light of 470 nanometer, so it will be 470 into 10 power minus 9 meter. Therefore here it is given 470 into 10 power minus 9 meter is equal to work function. This we have to calculate plus kinetic energy, we just calculated 1.864 into 10 power minus 21. So therefore the value of work function W0 on solve is found to be equal to 421.07 into 10 power minus 21 joule. Now energy required to eject 1 mole of electron. Here work function means minimum energy required to eject the electron we calculated for 1 electron only. Now for 1 mole electron, therefore we have to multiply by 6.023 into 10 power 23 in 421.07 into 10 power minus 21 joule. So it will be equal to 253.6 into 10 power 3 joule per mole. We may write this one as 253.6 kilojoule per mole. Now next question, if the photon of wavelength 150 picometer strikes on an atom and one of its its inner bound electron is ejected out a velocity of 1.5 into 10 power 7 meter per second, calculate the energy with which it is bound to the nucleus. So here energy of incidental we may find, because the lambda value is given in the question. We have to find, calculate the energy with which it is bound to the nucleus. Means in this question we have to find out the value of work function, that is the threshold energy we have to find in this question. So first of all, the energy of incident light, that is the incident photon, Sc upon lambda. On putting the value, H value you already know, 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. C value velocity of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and lambda value given 150 picometer means 150 into 10 power minus 12 meter. So on solving, energy of incident photon is 13.25 into 10 power minus 16 joule. Now kinetic energy of photoelectron. So kinetic energy, this you already know, is equal to half mv square. If we put the value here, half m in the mass of electron, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. V velocity is given 1.5 into 10 power 7 meter per second. We take the square of this one. Therefore, on solving, it will be equal to 1.025 into 10 to the power minus 16 joule. Therefore, threshold energy, we may say this one as the work function is equal to energy of incident photon, means energy of incident light minus kinetic energy of the photoelectron. So both the things we calculated. Energy of incident light 13.25 into 10 to the power minus 16, this you calculated, minus kinetic energy of the photon, this is also calculated 1.025 into 10 to the power minus 16. So on solving, it will be equal to 12.225 into 10 to the power minus 16 joule. Threshold wavelength of a metal is 230 nanometer. What will be the kinetic energy of photoelectrons ejected when the metal is irradiated with wavelength 180 nanometer? Planck constant value given 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. In this question, we have to find out what will be the kinetic energy of photoelectron. So, and in the question, threshold wavelength is given, right, 230 nanometer. So we may solve this question. Absorbed energy, you know that means energy of incident photon is equal to threshold energy plus kinetic energy. So we may put the value. Uh, in this question, we have to find out kinetic energy. Therefore, kinetic energy is equal to SC in bracket 1 upon lambda minus 1 upon lambda 0. This formula you already know. So if you put the value of Planck constant, so it is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. C velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 1 upon lambda value 230 nanometer is given. Lambda value is given 230 nanometer. So here we have to find put the value. So it is 180. So here 1 upon lambda. So lambda value irradiated, that is the wavelength of irradiated light, 180 nanometer. So 1 upon 180 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter minus 1 upon lambda 0. Lambda 0, that is also given 230 nanometer. So 230 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So on solving, it will be found to be equal to 1.9878 into 10 to the power minus 16. In bracket 1, we solve 1 upon lambda, that is 1 upon 80. So it is found to be 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 4.347 into 10 to the power minus 3. So finally we may write this one equal to 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Now student, you have to try to solve this question based on photoelectric effect. If you have any problem, you may ask. Thank you.